I'm Shahid Ansari and I have over 17 plus years of experience in software development industry. Today we're going to find out how can we do behavior driven development in the right way. Let's start with this question. What is the costliest mistake in a software development? Just think about it. Take a pause and write your answers in the comment sections. In my opinion, it is the misunderstood requirement. Just think if a developer misunderstood a requirement and completed its whole development, what are the consequences? First, the end product did not meet end user expectation. Your end users will not be happy. And it's gonna increase your project cost as well. Because to fix that, you need to do a lot of rework, lot of testing, which gonna push your project deadline as well. So you see, one small mistake can lead some serious consequences. And these are very, very costly consequences. Okay, so the question is, how can we fix this? How can we resolve all these problems? You guessed it right. Behavior driven development is the answer. BDD is the answer to fix all these problems because it's gonna help you to understand the requirement better. It's gonna help you to bridge the gap in requirement between you and the business. So the question is, what is BDD? Behavior driven development is a way for software team, rather development team, to work in collaboration with business team. This will help to bridge the gap between technical people and business people. In this collaboration, both teams will develop a shared understanding. They will come on agreement on the system behaviors. They're going to use some concrete examples to understand or to illustrate the system behavior, and they will develop a shared understanding among them. You might have heard automation word a lot. Many teams thinks BDD is just all about automation, but it's not. In reality, automation is a small step in the BDD. Behavior driven development involves 3 core steps which streamline the development process. Discovery is the first phase where you develop a shared understanding with the business. It is an structured and collaboration technique where team collaborates and explore the system behavior by discussing user stories and discovering new rules or acceptance criteria. Here, they use concrete examples with real data to illustrate the system behavior and to understand the requirement. Sometimes requirements can be harder to understand, then an example can make it simpler and easier to understand. Human minds also starts working when it sees the example. Once you see an example, you may come up with many more questions. And these questions can lead up to new discussions. And in fact, these discussions or these questions can help you to discover new rules, new acceptance criteria, or a whole new user story altogether. Now you see how powerful is this collaboration is. This collaboration helps to ensure that team has a shared understanding among them. Now, how to do this discovery? Discovery can be performed with collaborations of 3 amigos. And who are these 3 amigos? One is business representative, who is typically a product owner in your team. Second is the developer. And the third one is a tester. These 3 amigos come together and collaborate and discuss about a user story. They identify potential scenarios and resolve any ambiguities. Their main purpose is to develop a shared understanding among the team about that particular requirement. This helps to avoid misunderstanding, improve the quality, and identify any potential issues early on. Business representative or product owner brings the requirement and describe its scope. They bring the business perspective and they will tell the problem which needs to be solved. They provide business requirement and the desired outcome of the feature. Developer represents the technical perspective and provides the technical feasibility. They discuss the potential challenges and any trade-off. Developer also help to refine the user stories, and also they will make sure that the requirements are executable and testable. Tester brings the quality perspective. Their main focus to identify edge cases and all the potential scenarios. They will also make sure the requirement is testable and they will help to refine the acceptance criteria as well. These 3 people are the minimum you want in this collaboration, but there could be more than 3 people. In fact, I would recommend to bring the whole development team. These days, most of the companies are removing their testing teams altogether. In such cases, I would recommend to assign a testing role to one of your team member so that he can bring those testing perspective into this collaboration meeting. You really need these 3 type of roles in these discovery meetings so that the requirement can be discussed thoroughly from every angle and discover all the possible scenarios or any ambiguities or any issues early on in the requirement. So what are the outcomes of discovery phase? The most important is the shared understanding among all the team members. Second is the concrete examples, and these concrete examples with the real data, it will illustrate every single behavior of that requirement, and it will help you also to develop that shared understanding. So once you have these 2 outputs, you go to the second phase. And what is the second phase? It is the formulation. And in formulation, you take those output of the discovery, which is your shared understanding and concrete examples, and convert them into BDD scenarios. And these BDD scenarios are executable. And what I mean by that, executable means those BDD scenarios can be understood by both human as well as the computers. So to write executable BDD scenarios, you need a domain specific language. Gherkin is a domain specific language which is designed specifically for writing BDD scenarios. You might have heard given, when, then. These 3 keywords are the important keywords from Gherkin which are used to write BDD steps. Given is the keyword which describes the precondition or the context of that particular BDD scenario. When is the keyword which describes the action which triggers the system behavior. Then is the keyword which describes the outcome which you need to verify. And you see, given, when, then, it completes a BDD scenario. And these scenarios are executable because these special keywords can be understood by the computer using another technology called Cucumber, which leads to our third and final step of behavior driven development, which is automation. In automation, you take one BDD scenario and transform it into an automated test. Once you convert them into an automated test, it automatically verifies the system behavior. When we need to come back tomorrow and you want to enhance the system, these automated tests or BDD scenarios will help you to understand the system behavior. And it will also protect you from making any unintentional changes or breaking the system. Because as soon as someone changes the system behavior, these tests gonna fail. To make these tests pass, you need to do some update. BDD helps you to work in rapid and small iterations to increase the flow of feedback. And these feedback will help you to identify any potential issues early on in the development. Now you understand how BDD can help you to refine user stories and provides a shared understanding among all the teams. Please provide your thoughts into the comment section and I will see you into the next one.